Very big night tonight at the down at Scotiabank Place. Ottawa Senators in action taking on the New York Rangers. But in the meantime, throughout the game is also the 9th annual Rogers House Telethon. Joining us, the president of the Sens Foundation, Danielle Robinson. Great to have you here.
Thank you.
And a volunteer coordinator with the Rogers House, Lise Beauchemin. Great to have you here as well.
Good morning.
Big day. I mean, this is always something that a lot of build up for it. It's a big event for the Sens to do.
It's a big event, and you know, we really like this event because we get a chance to meet so many of the families that are using Rogers House and hear their stories and just how important a facility like this is, not only, you know, to our community, but really to the region in the province of Ontario and Western Quebec. So, good night. We're really excited.
How will it work then? I mean, it's going to be airing during you know, the breaks in between the periods within the jumbotron. How will it go?
We need people to tune in at 6:30. So an hour before the game, tune into the game, and the telethon takes place for an hour. So you meet 5 to 6 families. You'll hear some of their stories. We're doing a bit of a retrospective, so we've got some great content, and we've met a lot of the families over the year. This being our 9th year, we're doing a then and now, and so you're really going to be updated with what's been taking place in these family lives, how are some of their children, what are some of the other services that they've been using over the years. So you can call in and make donations that time. You can go to the website, sensfoundation.com, call 1-877-78-ROGER to make a donation, and every dollar really does help.
And the texting too has become incredibly easy too.
I
know, but I think a lot of people are doing it like that.
It's super easy. It sends, and it's a $10 donation.
It's wonderful to see, and for you, the money is crucial. This is one of the major fundraisers for Rogers House. I mean, it seems like most of the city is very aware, but there's always some misconceptions as to what it is that Rogers House is doing.
Correct. Rogers House is a pediatric palliative care hospice, and we offer several different services: end-of-life, respite care, pain and symptom management, and bereavement support to children that have been diagnosed with life-limiting illnesses or with a progressive decline. So there's lots of different illnesses with.
Sometimes people have
not just cancer.
It's not just cancer. I think that's what people sometimes don't.
In fact, cancer is only about 10 to 15% of the patients.
That's right. So lots of kids with metabolic disorders, genetic disorders. Some children aren't even diagnosed, so they have many different symptoms of different illnesses, and they don't even have a diagnosis.
We're looking at some beautiful pictures right now. I mean, the house itself is so comforting, and it needs to be. It's a place. It's very difficult when you know your child is in need of using Rogers House or the family. It's not. It's a very difficult situation for the family to be in.
Absolutely, and the staff and the over 300 volunteers are there to help the family during their journey. So whichever way that we can help to make them more comfortable in a home away from home when they choose to be at the hospice, because we also offer care at home as well, and the palliative care team is always available by phone or by email for these families.
I think in the families, and we've met so many of them, the bereavement aspect of it too is that it becomes a family outside of the family. With everyone who's had to go through this process, it seems like they're a very tight unit there.
Oh, absolutely. And we host, our child life specialist has Halloween parties and Christmas parties for the children and the families, and even the families that their children have passed away. The siblings, the surviving siblings, want to come back for parties. They've got wonderful memories from Rogers House.
It's great to see. It's a big event. I mean, this is something the foundation is incredibly proud of, that this has been kind of a huge legacy that you guys have built.
Yeah, and we hope to raise $100,000 net new money this evening. So you know, that takes a lot of phone calls, a lot of online donations. There's certainly engagement at the game. We do an in-game collection, and but the money, as Lise was saying, really does make a difference in the lives of these families. And you know, one of the newest services we didn't mention is perinatal
hospice.
So these are parents who have actually learned that the likelihood of their child being viable after their baby's born, or that there's, you know, not a very long time to live, get counseling even before, and that's now happening at Rogers House. And you're going to meet one of those families this evening, and they're going to drop the puck at the game.
I think the information is critical. The stories will be heart-wrenching, inspiring, and motivating as well for you to be able to pick up the phone or to call in. So tune in at 6:30.
6:30 just to learn, and you'll learn so much more about Rogers House through stories of families.
Great, thank you, and thank you for the work that you're doing. I know, and the 300+ volunteers that are there at Rogers House.